am Grant Pitzer here in San Antonio, Texas, and I wanted to do a good evaluation on the X-hose. I have had this X-hose and many other X-hoses, pocket hoses, and flexible hoses for almost 6 months now. We're in June of 2012 here in San Antonio, Texas. We're going to get to 100 degrees today, and we're all fanatical about our yards. So when the X-hose came out, I thought it was a pretty neat idea, but I wanted to test it out. So I ended up buying one early on, and then I bought a bunch more. And I probably owned about 10 of them, evaluating different sizes and different products from different companies. They come in the X-hose, the pocket hose, and the flexible hose. They all come in 25 feet, 50 feet, 75 feet, and now you can even get them in 100 feet. And I've had about 6 months of an opportunity to use them, and I'm sold on it. And I've also given them to friends where they've used them. And so the best thing about the X-hose is that it's lightweight, of course. Pretty much everything that they tell you on TV is true. So, but I have had some failures, but I think that they've fixed their failures. You can see that the best thing about the X-hose is it's lightweight, and also it's easy to store. Look at this. This is a 75-foot X-hose, and this is a 50-foot X-hose. And you can see, I'm sorry, this is a 25-foot X-hose. You can see the difference if you want to store it. And so you can set that by your plants or in the grass or under a bush or something, and it's just going to not be obstructive like these others are. And it's not going to kill your grass or your vegetation sitting there, and it's really easy to handle. The one drawback is that it gives 13% less water flow than a regular hose. I've measured them all, and pretty much the average, it's probably about 9 to 13% less. Not a big deal, but you just need to know that you're going to get a little bit of less water pressure out of it. So, but you also need something to attach to the end of it. You can't use one of these hoses because of the neat design. You can't use the hose open-ended. You got to put something that's going to give you a little bit of backup pressure, like the hover sprinkler. It works great with the hover sprinkler, or any other type of attachment on the end of it. But it's really good with a hover sprinkler. The inventor is Michael Berardi. I have spoken with him. He's from Florida, and he invented it a couple years ago. And his company sells the X-hose. And they're all, I think it's a pretty neat design. It's got a rubber hose on the inside, and it's got this fabric covering on the outside that protects the inside. Now you can see the failures that I've had. I've had a blowout early on. I think just like with any new product, there's little engineering problems in the beginning, but they figure that all out. If you go online, you can see a lot of things where people talk about they had it for one day and it failed. All of mine, except for that one and one other one, have lasted for 6 months or less as I purchased them along the way. Let's see. Light storage, lightweight, movable. It's very maneuverable. So it's very, very lightweight, which makes it very maneuverable, which is great for using something like this. And also, it's great if you want to stab and rotate deep underneath your bushes. You know, you look how light it is, and you can just go deep under your bushes and water underneath your bushes. So it's just about like you don't have anything on the end of it. Let me show you one other thing about it. It's great for washing a car. The bad thing about washing a car is that, have you ever used the hose and the hose gets stuck underneath the tires? Well, if you use this, and like they say, it doesn't kink. It does not kink at all. It's impossible for it to kink. But if you want to go wash your car, and the bad thing about when you wash your car is that the hose gets stuck underneath the tires. So, watch this. If you come on down here, Roseanne. First of all, it's so lightweight think about what happens when you wash your car. If you drag a regular hose across the car, it's going to scratch it. This thing's so lightweight, it's not going to scratch your car. Also, the hose usually gets stuck underneath the tire. When you're dragging around the corner of the tire, a regular old-fashioned rubber hose will get stuck around the corner of the tire. This doesn't get stuck around the corner of the tire. So, for washing a car, it is just fantastic. You come out here, it's so lightweight, it's so maneuverable, and you can wash your car very quickly. So, that's I'm sold on the flexible hose or the pocket hose or the X hose. I think that they're all tremendous. There's complaints out there that they fail. I think that they might have fixed their failures now. So I think it's a great product. I think years from now we're going to laugh when we see those old hoses and how big and bulky they were. If you got any questions, give me a phone call or email me at, my name's Grant Fitzer. Just go to hoversprinkler.com and you can email me for if you got any questions or comments, or give me a call on my cell phone, 210-569-9204. And I hope you have fun with your X hose, pocket hose, or flexible hose, whatever you get. Thanks a lot. Bye.